CUCV glow plugs. This is a much discussed topic online because you have to have the glow plug to start the engine. I think I saw either a Chevrolet publication or maybe a Volkswagen publication that an indirect injection diesel engine considers anything below 158 degrees Fahrenheit as cold and unable to start without assist. Okay, so with that in mind, unless you just turned it off and it's been less than an hour, anytime you go to start an indirect injection diesel, it needs glow plug assist. That's just the way it is. So I've done videos about the civilian 82 to 84, the octopus with 8 pins. I actually have one. This goes in on the civilian 82 to 84 trucks, and I didn't get one out for this video. The gray controller that just bolts to the outside of the coolant system for the civilians with 4 wires, and then when they went to the DB4 injection pump in 94, 95, you got a 3-wire glow plug controller up until the end of production in 2003. But the CUCVs have their own system. Thankfully, you can pull it out of the truck. And I'm working on the 1008.5, and someone had completely just went around it and has the wrong relay installed, everything. So I'm going to take you through what you have. Okay, let me back up on the zoom because you can't see a thing I want to talk about. This is the CUCV glow plug harness. That's it. You have the glow plug module, which is a printed circuit board, like this. And I would suggest that you take a pencil eraser and clean each of these contacts. That one's been cleaned already. This one is not. You can see the difference. Also, this was in the 1008.5. Oops, had a fire. That's why the glow plug system didn't work. That one is bad. Memphis Equipment has new glow plug cards for around $100. I think Hillbilly Wizard has them for around the same price, if not a little bit more. I think Eastern Surplus is also making some. And they're always on eBay. Making brand new ones. I happen to have several old ones, thankfully. So, inside the engine compartment, you had the old style, has this single hole plug with a round cap. Yellow and black wires, okay? Obviously, this is the firewall grommet. This goes underneath the dash. This hooks into the power supply under the dash to give you ignition, access, or turn on the glow plug light, positive and negative for the glow plug, glow light, wait light, and start signal, and that kind of stuff. This is the grommet. This part's under the hood. This piece does nothing on the CUCVs. And then these go up to the, you got 3 wires going to the relay / solenoid. I'm going to talk about those 3 wires next, okay? So that's a harness. This plug is the old style plug. You cannot get the part that goes in the engine for these anymore. The newer ones, I think, I'm not sure what time for it, have a 2-pin, same black and yellow wires, but it's a 2-pin next to each other sensor. This is what the newer ones have. This is what the 1008.5 had on it. Obviously somebody swapped it out because there's splices in here. I've not redone those. Okay, so that's that part of it. The circuit board and the wiring. It comes right out of the truck. You unplug from the sensor, 3 wires at the relay, underneath from the bundle coming from the steering column area, and this all comes out. Okay, what makes it work, besides the brain of the printed circuit board. Okay, in a stock system, you can see that, right? Yes. This is the firewall mounted glow plug resistor. It takes 24 volts in over here and puts out 12 volts over here, in theory. There are two resistors there. They get very hot. If you have a truck with one of these and you glow for the first time in a long time with your truck, smoke will rise from there. If it's wet, you have water on there, and you glow for a long time, you will get smoke and steam and popping sounds. They do that. The resistor, as far as I know, doesn't really fail. The trouble is the glow plugs. There's 8 glow plugs. This is calibrated to knock down to 12, 14, 20, 24 volts going in, 12 volts coming out, and with the load of 8 functioning glow plugs. If a glow plug fails for whatever reason, now you only have 7 glow plugs worth of resistance, and what comes through here is more than 12 volts. If you have another weak glow plug, it pops. All of a sudden now you could be at 15 or 16, 17, and pop, 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 pop. All 8 glow plugs go, and you got 24 volts coming out over here. It's called cascading failure. That is why I do not have the resistor on any of my trucks. Now I removed it from the 1008.5 truck. So let's just take it out of the conversation. Then you have the relays. Okay, I had this relay. You can call it a solenoid, you can call it a relay, call it whatever you want, except this one, somewhere on here that says it, it's 24 volts. This was in my CUCV wiring stash, but it's not a glow plug, relay, solenoid. Those terms, relay and solenoid, for this purpose can be interchangeable. Okay. I said we would go with these 3 wires. Normally, the relay sits like this on the bracket where the Hydro Boost bolts to the firewall. Okay? You have the input on this side from the resistor, if you have a resistor, or from the negative of the back battery. You have 12 volts coming in here. Right here is the orange wires that go out to the glow plugs on each side of the V8. This orange wire goes on this lead. And you can tell there's 2 small ones, 1 big terminal. The big terminal goes on a big terminal. That's the sensing wire. What that does is that senses how much voltage is being used. Or actually, the little circuit board senses how much voltage is being used. The hotter the engine, the more resistance the glow plugs make inside. So if it takes very low voltage going through to the glow plugs, this circuit board knows it's a cold engine. Let's go longer. It goes to it reaches a certain resistance value and then turns off the glow plugs. Turns this off. It turns this off and on. And the wiring manual, some of the TM-20 manuals, the older ones, have this wrong. The pink with the black wire goes on the side toward the glow plugs. The light blue wire goes on the side here. The light blue is the ground. Pink with the black is the positive. So let's hook it up to my positive. Let me make sure I got it on 12 volts. I do. Listen to this. That's all it does. It connects these 2 here. So I have ohm meter set up. With makes a beep. I'm going to put this on the input side. I'm going to put this one on the glow plug side. No continuity. That's what you want. Then the glow plug card grounds the blue wire, because when you turn the ignition on, hot power goes there. This has nothing until the glow plug card grounds it, and we have continuity between this and this. Okay? That's how it works. So if the relay is working, is functional, you have to have positive and negative going to it. But it also makes it so if you want to bypass this, say your card burns up. Never happen. Never. The light blue wire, someone cut all these wires on the 1008.5. I went through and redid them, and I added a black wire to the light blue. This is going to go to a switch. There's already a switch on the dash for that truck where someone hot wired a different solenoid to just bypass the whole system. But I'm going to use that switch, it's a momentary switch, to put this onto it and then put a ground wire. So I'm just going to ground it. So I'm going to make it so that if the card burns up, if it gets dirty, whatever, all you got to do is ground the blue wire. Ground the light blue wire, which is doing this right here. You get glow plugs. You can hear it clicking. Okay? Now, the solenoid, the best one out there, I believe, because I have 4, 5 vehicles of this system. And this is a isolated ground, 12 volt, 80 amp, continuous duty. You don't want a limited duty. You need continuous duty solenoid relay, whatever you want to call it. NAPA has a part called the ST85. The ST85, positive, negative, isolated ground, continuous duty. Then they started making them overseas. I have ST85s on all my vehicles because I got them before NAPA started making them overseas. Now it's the ST85 SB or something like that. Supposedly, I don't know what the SB stands for. You want a continuous duty. Borg-Warner has the equivalent that is supposed to be just as good. 80 amp continuous duty, 12 volt. It doesn't matter how much voltage is going through it. You want the activation to be 12 volts. This one is a Torque Max. And I looked up real quick. I saw some on Amazon. I'll put an Amazon link in here. But ST85 from NAPA is considered the gold standard of these. But you want a 12 volt, continuous duty, at least 80 amp, relay, starter solenoid, whatever you want to call it. And of course, if the solenoid goes bad, how you make your glow plugs work? Then you connect this side to that side. Either one of those remote start switches, just take a wire and put it on there and count to 10, fire your truck up, whatever. These are, I have, like I said, quite a few of these in service right now. I've had one fail in the last 15 years. So they do not go out very often because they're not used very much. Normally it'll glow and then you start less than a second. So they're used, 30 seconds a day if it's a cold day and you let go a lot of time between starts. Anyway, hopefully that explains the CUCV glow plugs, and the whole thing comes off. You can move this system anywhere you want. And I think with a proper functioning card, this is the best of the 6.2, 6.5 glow plug systems. I think it's great. It normally knows. The only thing is this one, as all of them, on a hot day, well, above 80 degrees, if the engine's been off for more than 30 minutes but less than 2 hours, it's probably not going to glow. None of them glow. And you got to crank for a while to start. That's why I have an override on my cow dog. So that if I know it's been more than an hour, I give it at least 5 seconds. Just because. All right. Hopefully that explains how the glow plug system works. And yes, they're repairable. The card is that's $100 and some odd. And if you're buying a harness, the newer ones have the 2-pin side by side. The older ones have the single pin connector to the temperature sensor. And you cannot get the single pin temperature probe anymore. You have to get the 2-pin. So if you're looking for a harness, get a 2-pin harness. Either that or get the new sensor with with the pigtail, like obviously someone did here. Hopefully that helps somebody about glow plugs.